Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to some more Australian Resurrection here in Victoria 3. Let's check everything's working here. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right, all right, all right. We got a new week. We are ready to go, and I was excited to come back to this one because, as you can see, we are now Australia. So when we left off last time, we had just formed Australia, and we had just gotten independence from Great Britain. So we gotta do some maintenance work here. Hey, Machiavelli, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Hello there, my Kangaroo Cavalry War Wager. Oh, I love that. The Kangaroo Cavalry War Wager. I'm gonna put that on a business card. Ham cuts. Kangaroo Cavalry War Wager, applying for your local McDonald's. How you doing, my friend? All right. So as you can see, we're in a lot of debt. The war was costly, but we didn't actually go bankrupt. I was fully prepared to just take the L on a bankruptcy in order to get independence. We didn't quite get there because we won the war. We are now a great power. So our interest rate drastically dropped. So now we've got a better budget, and if we do this well, we won't actually have to suffer a bankruptcy. Yeah, Great Britain adding another independent state to their list. I wonder how many of those dates there are, to be honest with you. This is true, right? Yeah, I should have kept track of what the day was. It must be somewhere around September 1894. Hey, J-Makers, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Nice Australia. Yeah, isn't it? I like the color here. I like the color of our Australia. It's funny, you know, because, like, I was like, oh, we don't have, like, the real Australian flag. I'm like, oh, wait, that's right, because we are independent, fully independent. And what are our government principles? Parliamentary republic, universal suffrage. Yeah. Reverse colonize Britain and form the Australian Empire where the sun is upside down. Yeah. Oh my god, right? First order of business, all maps will be flipped around. Okay. So first things first, we can add a company. And I think the company will add... I think we're going to add the Munitions Corporation of New South Wales. It'll give us a prestige explosive, so we'll get another prestige good. We only have one at the moment. And so we'll do explosives and munitions, but we can add in sulfur. And if you look at sulfur, we've got a lot of sulfur. So we can really build up our sulfur industry here, along with explosives and munitions. We can add this now. So let's add it. We'll also get negative 10% military goods costs, which, why not? Objective, make Christmas a summer-themed holiday. Yeah, that's right. We'll spread our culture throughout the world. Bathing suit Santa. Bathing suit Santa. He lives in a warm dome in Antarctica, not the North Pole. That'll be the culture that we spread around the world. All right, so let's take a look at our executive. Ashot is Mirlian. All right, so basic entrepreneur, we get some throughput. So that's good. Petit bourgeoisie, market liberal. We have one company charter, so we'll use it to add a sulfur. We won't add steel because we are getting that through William Sanford Limited. Oh, let me see something. Hold on, what was that? Look at that. Look at that. This company is just going to go straight to prosperity. Now, another cool thing is we are producing prestige steel, so we've got that. We got to take a look at our whole market here. Okay. Oh, yes. So, yeah, we're not exporting anything because we weren't independent. So now we really got to get on that. So let's take a look at our queue here. That's just my Uncle Joe with the with the funny juice that makes him sleepy. Yeah. Bathing suit Santa. Hey, Super Frank, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. How was your weekend? I always like the munition company because of the prestige explosives. Yeah, for mine throughput. Even better if you have prestige tools as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be great, right? And I feel like explosives. Let's take a look at explosives on the world market. Yeah, so the price is elevated on the world market. There's more people looking for it than there are selling it, so we should get on that. We've got a lot of stuff in the build queue here that we were doing for the war effort. For instance, we've got a ton of small arms, so let's start tariffing the imports. How many are we actually producing? So we're producing 210. So we do need a little bit more than that. So we'll finish this one arms industry, but we can get rid of the rest. Sugar we were building for inputs for mobilization options. What we're actually producing is 56, and we do need a lot more of that. So actually, maybe we will produce all these sugar plantations. We do need to build a whole bunch of light industry, so that's why we have furniture, logging. Yeah, logging we need a lot of. I don't like having all of this stuff queued up, though. Yeah, look at all these tools. So we're going to get rid of all of these tools. Because if the private sector will build it, we want them to. We have a ridiculously large investment pool. An embarrassingly large one. Why are we building steel? We have a company for that. So we'll keep the logging on there. So we'll do this. Oh, yeah, we were building a port here. Well, they need infrastructure. But we also needed these monitors to be within 1 C node of a port. We'll still continue to build the port. Yeah, but we just need to get this railway hired up. Hey, Just24, what's up, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Get the gold mines back. The gold... Unfortunately, that Serbia run in EU5 is done. Those gold mines are lost forever, but we do have gold mines here, actually. It's something we need to add in. We've got about 4 more we can build. I'm not going to add them to the build queue yet, because if the private sector wants to build them, by all means, be my guest. We're going to build this stuff first. Oh, wrong ham, brother. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's Thursday ham. Thursday ham, that guy's a jerk. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, so we'll continue with this build queue. The question is, can we afford to build? We can. So let's unpause construction. Now we also have... this paused. So we'll go to medium here. Okay. So we can do it. We have unrealized taxes. We have a lot of... Oh, we have a lot of unrealized taxes. You seem to have a decent debt next to your name. Yeah, so last episode we had just won our War of Independence. I was prepared to take a bankruptcy so that we can get independence, but luckily we didn't reach it. Our interest rate dropped considerably, so that means our interest payments dropped. So it looks like we're not gonna, well, knock on wood here. We're kind of okay. So I think we'll recover. Yeah, we could really use to not have this much of a deficit. Let's take a look at our government admin buildings. Are we utilizing all that we can? Are we being everything we can be in the government admin? Yeah, we are. All right, so we'll actually add some of those to the top because we need those sooner rather than later. So what? So at 65, so 130 for 2, 260 for 4. Oh, I didn't add that to the top. And then we'll do another 3. Oops. Add that to the top. How's paper? Are we going to need to address paper? Yeah, we are. This'll add to our light industries. 262. Start building. Well, let me go back to that. We still have most of the urban building, or most of the government admins, New South Wales. We already have 3 levels. And I mean, I saw the larger number of peasants here, so I went there, but 68,000 peasants is still a lot of peasants, so... Let's get rid of those. We'll keep adding to our throughput bonus here. All right, so I want the government admins first, then the paper mills, and then we'll... Oh, whoops. And then we'll continue as we were. So I think we're ready to go. Oh, we can get rid of the enlistment efforts and not be in a deficit there. Oof. And then... we need to get out into the world and start using our influence here. We're going to start with our own region here. I guess we'll do that for now, because we need interest in places. I think we're ready for the unpause, my friends. How was the War of Independence? Oh, wait, hold on. Remember that you can set government admin to auto-expand. Yeah, this is true. I probably should, right? I'm so hesitant always with the auto-expand, especially for anything that's a government building. Because it is going to add to our expenses, but it's probably a good idea. I think we'll keep it here for now, though. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Generally, I need to utilize auto-expand on things much more. Like logging, I should do that, right? Hey, ANG, hello, hello. I haven't played Vicky 3 in ages. Love your videos. Oh, thank you. You've inspired me to do another Australia playthrough. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad. Thank you. Thanks for coming in to say so. I'm glad I inspired you to do an Australia run. This is my first ever Australia run in the game. This is one of those countries I always mean to play, and then I never get around to it. I'll be in the middle of a run, and I'm like, I haven't done an Australia run, and then I forget to do it. So since they updated the Australia map in the Great Wave DLC, now is the time. So nice. I'm glad I inspired it. Welcome in. Please build them in Queensland. You have tax capacity issues there. No. We don't have tax capacity issues in Queensland. That's infrastructure. We need to fix infrastructure. We don't have taxation capacity issues anywhere. Oh, should have kept reading. Sorry, my friend. Oops, my bad. That's infrastructure. Never mind. Oh, man. Whoopsies. Yeah, Frank, stop making mistakes. Don't you know that the streamer is always right? Yeah, the streamer is not always right on this channel. All right, away we go. In fact, I make mistakes regularly. So regularly, you have to say it as regularly. I don't know why, but... Classic European method, spamming bureaucracy. Yep. We might have taken the Europe out of Australia, but you can't take the Australia out of Europe. I don't know. I didn't think that one all the way through. Oh, the United Netherlands has their own power block. Well, let's take a look at it. A military treaty? Who's in it? The Dutch East Indies, New Granada, Dutch Senegal. I don't think a military treaty is what we really need. So we're going to decline. Hey, Java, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Heyo, how we doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. We're off. We're off and running. How you doing, my friend? Hey, Outer Signal, good to see you. What is going on, buddy? How are you? Lord Ham, I must say, I'm used to much finer accommodations than you have provided in the Outback, but we'll have to make do. Your little counselor shall follow wherever you go. That's right. Thank you. Yeah. Well, now that we're independent, you know, we can take care of some stuff. Actually, you know, now that we're independent, I can finally pin construction goods to the outliner here. So let's do some steel. Let's do some glass. Oh, you know, I didn't even think of this too when I set the company. We have a company building a construction good, which is good. And then, what's the one I'm missing? Oh, yeah, tools, obviously. And tools. So now we can keep a little eye on them. So we do need some tools, which is good because we're gonna build a bunch of tools for that promise. Who did we make this promise to? Oh, the petite bourgeoisie. Okay. Now we're going for multiculturalism right now because we had been spending the whole run siphoning pops off of the British. And so we have a lot of cultures in our country. And I think a lot of religions too, right? Yeah. We have freedom of conscience. Actually, which is fine. For 73% of us that are still Protestant. Yeah, so we'll keep it that way. Maybe we'll go to total separation. I don't know. Java ranks. I don't know if that reference will mean anything. Yeah, I don't know. Using a productivity at base prices spreadsheet helps if you're insane like me. Auto expand is okay, but it doesn't expand until 95% full on cash reserves, which is too slow a lot of times. I did not know that about auto expand. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't utilize it enough. Oh, that's interesting. So it won't auto expand until that point. It does seem a little not helpful. Use partial inspiration for my name. Shaba ranks. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hey, Moon Lambda Theta. Hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, as always. After you said you wanted to make a guide on Germany, I've written some stuff myself, but not posted it yet because I'm trying to find out Austria to Germany. What do you think? Oh, okay. You know, what's interesting is I've actually never done an Austria into Germany. I've done like a German unification many times before, but usually like starting with Prussia. I've even done a couple half-hearted attempts with German miners. What's funny though is, now that I think about it, I've never actually done Austria into Germany. I've done many Austria runs, but I don't do the German unification part of it. Yeah, that would be interesting. I think you should do that. I'm currently working on a video series for Italian unification, with starting with Sardinia Piedmont. With what I'm trying to do is no conquest. I mean, eventually I'll probably have to do a war for unification leadership, but that's currently what I'm working on. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of multiculturalism have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Oof. Well, we'll take the bureaucracy hit. We're currently building bureaucracy. I think we can afford it. No, a little sick, but I think I'm on my feet again by Friday. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, get well. Hey, I hope you and your family are well. Yes, everybody's doing good. Wife is at work. Kids are at camp. It's a good day to stream. Pin paper as well. That could cost you an arm and a leg if you don't keep track. Ah, yeah, you know, Super Frank, you are right. It is still a major government expense. It's actually a great idea. Yeah, look at that. Well, we're going to be working on paper next. Those companies better be building what they're supposed to build or I'll tax them. Yeah, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah, look at this. We got the Hudson's Bay Company in here. All right, we're getting some explosives from that company. The rest of them aren't really building, though. Though it looks like steel is fine. You know, what we could actually use here... Oh, they do have trade rights. Whoa. Oh, look at us. We have got a ton of... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this company has a bunch of regional HQs. Interesting. So, our company doesn't have much in the way of I want our steel company. Oh, okay. So it owns 2 levels of trade center here. And that... We own 7 levels here. We're going to sell our trade centers. Hopefully Hudson's Bay Company doesn't eat them up, but... Oh, why am I going all the way over here? I could have just done it right here. Oh, God, no. What am I doing? You know, we're probably at a point now where we can really use laissez-faire. Government dividends are only 8.28k, so we'll only lose 8k from the budget. We've got this massive investment pool here. I think it shows the conditions on auto expand if you hover over the auto expand button. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Let's say, like, logging camps, because that's one... Well, I guess late game you don't need it as much, but we'll use it as our test. The cash reserves, are greater than 95%. Market access is 95. And workforce occupancy is greater to 95. Ah, okay. Interesting. Well, you know, while I'm here, let's just do that. And we'll do it on tools. Because that's a construction good. And I don't have a company doing it. And same with paper. Did I hear Austria into Germany? That is my bread and butter. What do you want to know? That's right. That's I forgot. Super Frank. Super Frank is your guy for that. What was I thinking? The Australian supremacist movement has begun a propaganda campaign painting Baluchi people as criminals who will be allowed to run rampant under the new multiculturalism law. Can't do this. We got to do that. So what do we need? 50 authority? What are we using our authority on? Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at our political concessions. No, not that. There it is. The industrialists. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to get rid of that. Because they're both going to be in government. But we can get rid of a consumption tax for now. Let's get rid of services, because more people will be using that. And now... Yeah, plus 50% success chance. The wine produced in New South Wales has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. We'll take the prestige on that, as always. Let's also bring taxes back down to neutral. And bring this to neutral. Oh. The rise of the communist regime in Germany has spurred a sense of terror and mistrust across Australian society. Many fear that Australia will be next to fall to communism. Well, we can afford to take some happiness hit to the trade unions. Oh, we could use some loyalists out of it. Oh, but 2% from the lower strata will be more people. Although everybody will be a little more upset. So, like... Well, we'll lose job creators. Our investment pool is great right now, though. We won't lose avant-garde. Oh, we won't lose this. You know what? We'll take 2% from the lower strata. So what are we at? 690k? Yeah, look at that. We got about a little under 60k in loyalists out of that. There are more conditions than just 95% cash reserves, like 95% employment. Yeah, and if you have enough infrastructure available. The cash reserves is slow because if you're above 1.25 production, may as well now. Yeah. I found Prussia to be a bigger roadblock than anticipated, especially because they're really spiteful. This is true. They do not like it. They do not like it. Yeah. Isn't the interest of a steel company to keep steel expensive so they make more money? Yeah, this is true. That's why they won't build it. Because right now the price is so low. If the price is high, they want more steel because they're like, hey, we can make more steel and make more money. So we need to get more of it out there to raise the price, raise more of a demand, basically. Companies are still a black box for me. Oh, yeah. So basically, like, say we want the steel company to make more steel. What we need to do is, one, make the price of steel more expensive. Like right now, it's cheap. But also make the cost of the input goods cheap. Which right now they all are. Oh, except tools. So also by making tools cheaper, will help us get more steel out of these guys. But like right now, yeah, they won't build because it won't be profitable. Oh, wait. The relatively lenient Australian immigration system has long been attractive to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Iowan Kanachi has petitioned to join the stream of people moving to Australia. Yeah, so who's this guy? An intelligentsia jingoist. Fine. I don't really care if you're here. Hey, to Wolfie, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Broke free from Britain as the Cape Colony. Nice! And soon thereafter, minorities started to revolt to break free from me. Like, folks, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's time to cool off. And hi. Hello. How are you? Yeah, the, Any country here in South Africa is tough. Because, like, your primary culture is English, but, oh, actually, majority of people are English. Interesting. I did a run in Transvaal one time, and that's tough, because your primary culture is Boer. Oh. I wonder if this is changes is just because it's the late game. So, like, Boer is, like, the lowest number of people in the country, but they're the primary culture. So that was, like, the big tough of that run. A man employed by a powerful member of the anti-British society is delivering lectures and pamphlets addressed to targeted constituencies in Sydney. See, the thing about losing political strength from the trade unions is right now they're considered powerful. So we're getting a lot more workplace ratio, which we don't necessarily need right now. But we are getting plus 20% manufacturing industries throughput. So I don't necessarily want to make them less powerful. Yeah, but if we got this legitimacy, we'd bump up to a legitimate government. I think we'll do this. We might be able to afford that hit. We'll see. Dealing with the fallout of a potential communist revolution. Yeah. Always in the late game here. Boers are the white farmers descended from the Dutch in South Africa. I know, yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're the... Once you get independence, they're the oppressed group. With air quotes. Of Transvaal. Oh, yeah, these guys. Let's just bring you home for now. So we can't go project power with them. Oh, and this one is station. All right, let's take a look at where we can get more involvement. We can only get 560 involvement out of this. Now, we have a great budget right now, and we can definitely use more construction. Actually, so let's get to 100, and we'll stop there. We'll do 2 more right now, but I wanna bring some of the debt down, because if we get multiculturalism, I want to go to laissez-faire. Although I guess we don't need to get the debt as down. We get that negative 25% loan interest rate. So you know what? Let's do 4 more. Let's get ourselves to 100. We'll bump the construction up to 11. And boer is just the Dutch word for farmer. Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. It's interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, I bumped this. I literally did bump us up to 11. We're at 100, and then I did 1 extra one. Central planning. Get our addition to government dividends efficiency right before we try to get laissez-faire and completely get rid of our government dividends. All right. Protesters inspired by the fierce rhetoric of Chichester Cobham have carried out a march in Sydney calling for military intervention against the communist regime in Germany. Let's see. Anglican Church liberal. I'd rather take the radicals from the upper strata here. I'm not going to be going to war with Germany, so these extra maneuvers for diplomatic play and the war exhaustion, it's not as enticing to me right now. One more for the road. Oh, wait, one more what? We have a communist Britain in our multiplayer game. Ha, that just seems wrong. Yeah, I haven't done a communist run in a long time. I feel like early on, I had a bunch of runs that all went, like, communist. So I kind of leaned against it for some time. And now I feel like it's been a while since I've actually had one. Law progressed to study. Excellent. You know, actually, when I looked at society, what is everybody's acceptance? Everybody's actually pretty accepted. Well, not everybody, but... The Dutch are building us the gold mines. I guess I don't mind it so much. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, so we have this deal with Japan. Yeah, we sold them. Oh yeah, we swindled them and sold them all of our wooden ships for some money. We're gonna keep that going for as long as they'll keep it. Oh, and then we did the same to Germany. Oh, but we are paying them 500 a week. Yeah, I think at this point, well, if I cancel it, actually, we'll probably lose the mutual trade privileges. Oh, no, they're still happy with us. So I think we'll cancel that in 20 months. Yeah, this one's good. This one's good. Ah, yes. And then we have 3 years left of this. We'll see. No one wants to go to war with Germany until they suddenly do. Yeah, right? Actually, now that I look at it, how powerful is this red Germany? Decent fleet. Yeah. Actually, you know, oof. Oh, we need to build up our military. All right. Which, you know, once we get our new company prosperous, we'll get a discount to military goods costs. So, yeah. Construction sector, something also happened. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One more for the road construction sector. That's right. One more for the road. Something also happened in my game that I've never seen before. Austria-Hungary absolutely broke apart. Beautiful sight. Yeah. I have to say, I've been seeing that quite a bit more than I used to. By quite a bit more, I don't mean all the time, but it's interesting how much more it happens now. Hey, Laplace, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Hello, hello. A useful way to increase trade volume without having to micro. I found recently. Lost setback. Okay. As maintaining subventions for merchant marines. Oh, so the ports and trade centers expand together. They finally withdrew from that ridiculous deal because they already have the ships. Yeah, it's not a bad idea actually. Ooh, we can go to machine tools. Yes, yes. Well, actually, you know, so we have I forgot actually something we should do. Instead of putting a subvention on it, we are going to auto expand oh, can we not auto expand these? Oh, you know, I'll be honest with you. Can you not auto expand government buildings? No, you can. That's interesting. You can't do it with the port. I've actually never noticed that before. Because I don't use auto expand enough. Communist Germany in 1895, bruh. Yeah, I know, right? We should export this this save into Hearts of Iron. Happy about Austrian apocalypse? This is blasphemy. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Meet me on the hill at noon tomorrow. Bring your best revolver. To be fair, it's not very good for me, who are playing as... Oh, Bavaria. Oh. Yeah, that would cause some complications. I think the next time we circle back over to Europe, I was thinking I might do Bavaria. I've been wanting to do a full run. I've done a bunch of like half-hearted, maybe like quarter runs with Bavaria. I'd like to do a full run with them. Policemen chasing rumors of an allegedly planned communist uprising in South Australia have stirred significant fear amongst the area's public. Local skeptics decry the disturbance as terrorism in itself. I do hate the petite bourgeoisie being on xenophobia here. So to take additional disapproval from them. But we'll take this. Can we get anybody else in the government here? Yeah, like, could we get the industrialists in? We could. We'll get an unstable government out of it. Let's do it. The industrialists have agreed to meet at a local market, surreptitiously discuss changing their stance on multiculturalism. Vow to pass a laissez-faire next. Oh yeah, they'll help us get it passed, which is exactly what we want. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Oh, hey, Moose Moose, hello, hello. Howdy, howdy to you. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Can we auto-expand those naval bases, or whatever they are called? Oh, the things you need to get to ship. Yeah, let me check that. Because I always forget to build those. The naval admin. No. You can't. That is the thing mods are made of. Somebody get on that. Oh, speaking of mods, I posted this in the Hamcord. Over the weekend, there was an official release of a new epic mod coming out. Fallout... Damn, what is it called? I think 2167, I think they called it. Somebody is doing a full conversion Fallout mod, and they made a trailer for it. I don't think it's out yet. And it looks fantastic. The trailer is amazing. I love Fallout. I love the Fallout games, and so I am super, super excited for that. Oh man, everybody should check that out. But yeah, I feel like it's not out yet, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I could very well be wrong. Bavaria seems to be in an interesting spot to become a power broker between all three... lost stalled. Between all three big nations, it sits between Prussia, Austria-Hungary, and France. Yeah, I know. That's what I think makes it interesting. For me in general, too, it's just like, again, like how I prefer to play small nations, it is generally a small nation for all intents and purposes, and yet with it you can become Germany if you play it right. So it seems interesting in that sense. Right, that's why I do that one less thing to micro. Yeah, it's true. Anything you don't have to micro in the game is generally better. Also, a My Little Pony total conversion mod. I saw it at ModCon. No way, I missed that one. There's going to be a My Little Pony one. Oh, man. So actually, you know, that leads me into... I was thinking about something during ModCon. I don't get to play with mods enough. And so I'm thinking of kind of a thematic change to the schedule. Originally, what I was doing was Tuesdays are dedicated to Victoria 3. Thursdays had been dedicated to EU5. Then Friday was a variety day. I think going forward, what I'm going to do is Tuesdays will still be dedicated to Victoria 3. And I think Thursdays, what I'm going to do is just a dedicated Paradox Day. So it won't always be EU5. So I can have a double session of maybe CK3. Like in September, when the new CK3 DLC comes out, we'll do that. I really want to do a full Hearts of Iron run. I did a 2-episode one months ago, so I could do a full run there. And I was thinking at some point, while I have a Victoria 3 run going on Tuesdays, I could take one of those total conversion mods, and on Thursdays, do a full run with one of those mods on Thursdays. So I could, like, change up what we do on Thursdays, but it'll always be some type of Paradox run. And then Fridays will stay the general variety day. So that being said, at some point in time, I think I'm going to do like a full mod run in Victoria 3 on Thursdays. So I'll have to figure out the schedule in that regard. So we have an illegitimate government, but we have 2 political movements helping us here. We have to keep both parties in. It sucks, but we're gonna keep the illegitimate government, so we get negative. Oh, interesting. So in an unstable government, you get that negative 25% enactment speed. I thought you do get more of that, but you're definitely going to get more radicals. I think we'll stay here because we really do want multiculturalism. Although, we're going to get a lot more radicals out of it. Saw Stakui play the MLP mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It was kind of wholesome. Oh my god, wait, this is My Little Pony for Hearts of Iron. That I gotta check out. That I definitely gotta check out. That's amazing. The modding community is so cool. I gotta play more mods. The ruling industrialists, led by the charismatic Herman Homberger, has initiated a great promotional tour. The decision to focus efforts domestically or internationally has been left to the last minute, however, and it's unclear if the industrialists will do more for itself or for the country as a whole. I would like to get to Engines of Progress here. Yeah, we don't need more influence, so yeah, we'll do this. All right. So we're doing the furniture manufactories. We'll get through this logging, and then, yeah, we'll get through more of these. We only have 2 years left, though. We can delay it if need be. Stellaris when? Yeah, exactly. I can finally add Stellaris to the schedule. And do that on Thursdays. Because there's so many other things so many things I've wanted to do full runs on. I definitely, though, will always keep a dedicated Victoria 3 day. So Thursdays might become that. Maybe I'll do a Stellaris run before I do a Hearts of Iron run. Because I know Stellaris much more than I know Hearts of Iron. I think I have, at moment, like 35 or 40 total hours played in Hearts of Iron 4. The political wills and desires of the lower classes will always remain an opaque matter. For whatever reason, support for multiculturalism has spread like wildfire across Australia, spurred on by charismatic speakers and lively debates in small-time social clubs. Well, we can get some pop attraction to the Maori national movement. They are helping us with multiculturalism, so we can get a little bit more success chance. 20% lower strata pops in the Northern Territory. How many lower strata pops do we have there? $316K, so... what, about like 65K loyalists? I think we kind of need pop attraction to the Maori national movement at the moment. Rumors about the atrocities of communists in Germany have reached the Australian press. Man, we really don't like Germany at the moment. With reports about crimes against humanity and stacked corpses filling the front pages of newspapers. Yeah, we get some loyalists. I'll take anything that gives me some loyalists at the moment. I don't really mind if our relations deteriorate with Germany. A minority group of Hungarian has recently settled... A minority group of Hungarian... A minority group of Hungarians has recently settled in the state of Northern Territory, seeking a better future. However, the local Australian elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Hungarian newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. Yeah, look at that. Oof. So their acceptance will go down by 5, but they're about to gain more. Well, they might not gain more from multiculturalism, but how many Hungarians do we have in the country? 890k. So 25% of them will become radical. How many upper strata pops do we have? Oh yeah, what am I doing? 66k. Yeah. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? There's 890 Hungarians. Yeah, okay. Oof. Almost made a huge mistake there. Yeah, I think we'll take this one. Right. What is the price? Oh, you know, hold on. We got... Ah, man. Let me double check our production methods. There's something we got, and I didn't switch to the production method for it. Oh, yeah, the Arts Academies. We'll just go ahead and do that. Major General Redvers Infeld, a prominent opponent of multiculturalism, has begun to maneuver towards halting the enactment of the law by force. His bid for power is backed by a faction of the intelligentsia. My guy, my guy. Why do you gotta suck so much? Why do you gotta come and ruin the party? Alright. So let's separate... Let's give him one soldier. Or one battalion. And you get that. Where can we send you? Yeah, you just go over there. Alright, what's this look like? Yeah, this is gonna go away. Major General Redvers Infeld has become aware of the state's efforts to reduce the amount of military forces available to him. He has accused the government of recklessly meddling in military affairs. Yeah, we don't want to progress the bar, so we'll take this. I don't want to take these radicals, though. Actually, ooh, we'll progress by 50, though. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to progress this coup by 50. We can add more construction. All right. And we're also, at the hour mark. Why must they be so dramatic? I know, right? People want acceptance. Also, the guy isn't even like an ethno-nationalist. He's just a market liberal. Calm your butt, my guy. All right. We are at the hour mark, though, so we're about to get hit by ads. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. Pay homage to the gods of ads. So, 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Now, one thing I thought of during the break here that I realize I'm neglecting is our Navy. We are Australia. We need a Navy here. So what do we have here? We have a modified iron frigate. Oh, we can do some torpedo boats, too. All right. So what did we do with this one? Yeah, see, the one thing now, also with our munitions company, is that we can start adding a lot more artillery inputs because that company is going to build artillery. Oh, no, what? Oh, I guess I was thinking of one of the other companies. Whatever, we can build our own artillery. So yeah, the iron frigate, our modification, we added that. So add some more there. Explosives input. Add that in now that we have that company. These will be super expensive, though. They'll also add to the resale value. So let's do that. We're going to retrofit the ships. And then what do we have here? Early ironclads. Ah, man. Okay. So I wonder if we can sell these. So let's take a look at the modern ironclad. We don't have any modifications yet. So we're going to want to do this so that they can keep up with the cruisers. I want them to be able to transport more people. Those iron frigates look so menacing. Yeah, I know, right? I have to say, I really love the ship designer that they added here. When everybody talks about, you know, should you get the Great Wave? To be honest with you, the ship designer is what really makes it for me. I think this is what made me be like, oh, let me load up Hearts of Iron 4 and take a look at that game, because I know the designer aspect of it is a big aspect. And so now that I've gotten into the ship designer here in Victoria 3, I think it made me want to look at Hearts of Iron. So this is a capital ship, so we want to add more here. It has ammunition. Steel input. I mean, let's do it. It's going to help our company anyway. All these ships are going to be super expensive, but we'll be projecting power, and, I mean, let's be honest here, our main defense could very well just be ships. Ooh, fire suppression, sulfur input. We have a company for that. So minus 25% suffered hull attack damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. Added accuracy, though. So, as much as this would be helpful because of our company, and we have an abundance of it, I feel like for capital ships, this is better. Ideally, the way you want the Navy to work is that the cruisers take the damage, the capital ships inflict it, so we would rather have more accuracy. Hey, Outer Signal, thank you for the bits, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Ham is a king, diplomat, economist, leader, and now ship designer. Seems good. Thank you, my friend. Oh, that's so awesome of you. I appreciate that. You are the best. For the win. Thank you, thank you. I love watching Hearts of Iron 4. Some people are so good at the game. Jeez. Yeah, I know. I've actually been... I was never really into it all that much. And over the last week or so, I've really been, like, diving into it. I find it to be an interesting grand strategy game. I mean, for one, that there's no money in it. It's just... As somebody who loves Victoria 3, I'm like, what do you mean there's no money? What's the point of all of this? Yeah, Vicky 3's designer aren't even a tenth of Hearts of Iron 4's army designer. I know. In fact, when they did the dev diary for this ship designer for Victoria 3, I think they had mentioned, they were like, okay, don't worry, this is not Hearts of Iron's 4's ship designer. Take a breath. I think Great Wave was as good as the Charters of Commerce expansion for trade. Yeah, making Navy a practical way to increase trade range is a great addition. I totally agree. I love it, which is why I realized, oh my god, we need to build more of a Navy here. WWW, you're very welcome, brother. Ah, thank you, my friend. The best. The best. Okay, let's do that. So... send the entire fleet to port. We'll retrofit those guys. And then I want to build them. Build more of them. We have 6. And then let's build our new modern ironclads. And we'll start off with 5. And then we'll see what our ratio is here. These early ironclads... We'll look to sell them. So I'll try to remember that. So we'll start off with this. And we'll put everything to ship construction. Because we don't have anybody out in the world at the moment. And then I think that'll complete this fleet. We'll see how much involvement it generates. And then we'll send it out to generate some involvement. And then we'll start working on another fleet. Indeed, this is the era where gunboat diplomacy comes from. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of which, I need to utilize, or at least I can now start utilizing the gunboat diplomacy, like diplomatic demand. Maybe I'll do some gunboat diplomacy to force somebody to buy those old ships. Actually, let's go back to our friends in Japan. Would you guys like to buy more ships? They would, actually. What can we get from you? We can threaten naval hostilities. Let's see, can I sell you something? So 25%. And then I suppose we could buy something off of you. Oh, wait. Interesting that... Let's say I saw lead there. We have a lot and they have, like, none. Doesn't come up here, though. You know what? We'll buy some meat off of you. Wow, okay. What about no tariff or subvention? So no tariffs on groceries. Okay. Actually, yeah, I don't... All right, what if we just straight up just do money for this? That's what I would really like. No. Really? That's all you're gonna... You won't even give me that? All right, goodbye. How dare you not let me swindle you again? Buy our ship or we'll give you a demonstration. I know, right? Oh, God, what have we become? What about... here we go. The conspiracy to overthrow the sitting Australian government has lost all momentum amongst the intelligentsia. Major General Redvers Enfield's plot has been abandoned. Goodbye, buddy. Yeah, we took him from here. Yeah, let's just assign you. All right, Dynam, what about you guys? Would you like to buy some ships? They would. Well, we could do this, but we can get it without the ships. So this makes it 60% if we do... This we're up to 95. Yeah, I guess these ships just aren't as valuable as I was hoping. Alright. Well, let's get the mutual trade privileges either way. To outside observers, the trade unions may appear firmly committed to the idea of multiculturalism, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. Man. Because of that stall chance, though, I don't know if I want to take the second setback. I think we'll take that. Alright, we can afford many more construction sectors. Yeah, Dynam steamrolled Siam, I know, right? You don't see that often. Oh, what is this here? The Vietnamese slave revolt. Are they still, doing slavery? Debt slavery. Eastern German mass migration. Ruh-roh. Maybe France wants some ships? Probably not. Yeah, no. Yeah, Morocco, you only have 4. But I'll also offer you an embassy. And I'll give you trade privileges. How much is your debt? 2.65 million. Yeah. Sorry. But if we do that... Yeah, but they'll possibly take it if we take that. Well, wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna take on their debt so that they pay me money. Actually, hold on a second here. So if we take their debt, 2.68 million. Oh, I was gonna see, Could I end up getting more money out of them over the long run with a money transfer? But you won't even take this. Hey, GMR, hello, hello. I feel like Occitania breaks free from France every game. Oh, really? Really? I will say I've seen it more often, but I don't think I see it regularly in my offline games, but I think you're right in the sense that I used to literally never see it. And now I'll see it every now and then, which is an interesting thing. So we can get these trade privileges. It's interesting how much they value this offer embassy. But yet they're not willing to, like, pay me. I guess they just don't have money. Well, let's get some trade privileges from them. International exchange standards, that's nice. Hey, you guys don't even have a navy. You know you want these ships. There we go. Oops. $25 years of 1K a week. Oh, hell yeah. And I give you trade privileges. Too good to be true. All right, what if we did it for 15 years? What date are we waiting for? October 20th? Oh, there we go. They did it. All right, nice, nice. Hand crank machine gun, excellent. All right, so we sold those ships. Oh, we've got a new prime minister. Let's go back home. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of multiculturalism by Clementina Lee. Who's this? Trade unions, humanitarian. Has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the trade unions. So we don't want to lose 15%. Yeah, so we'll take the setback now and get the plus 10% success chance. Oh, now the armed forces will negotiate. The armed forces pour only their best vintage and smoke only their finest tobacco during a polite discussion with government representatives about multiculturalism. Well, interesting. If we build 7 more munitions plants, we have a company to do that. So let's make that promise. And then... Look at that. We are exporting quite a lot of it. Oh, the Anti-British Society disbanded. You guys did your job. Served your country well. We got independence. Wait, where do I have the munitions factories? Did I just miss it? Yeah, we can use more. Maybe we just need more of a demand, I guess. Members of the Conservative Party have been vigorously warning voters against Social Democratic Party's electoral campaign. What do we have going on here? So the Social Democratic Party is in the lead, but the Conservative Party has more momentum. Yeah, we could give them more momentum. This will make the petite bourgeoisie and the industrialists a little unhappy, but, you know, whatever. I wonder if we can get ourselves somebody... The industrialists. Oh, you know, we could get the petite bourgeoisie out of the Conservative Party. Yeah, let's do that. I should have looked at his stats, though, before I did that. Whoops. Seems to be okay. Yeah, seems to be okay. And then, is there somebody new we can bring in? Liberal, okay. Ah, yes, law progressive voting. Excellent. Oh, the intelligentsia went bye-bye. Probably use this guy here. Because we don't really need the intelligentsia to be a utilitarian anymore. Though, what else do we need from a radical? Actually, nothing. Alright, we'll hold on to that. We certainly don't need an intelligentsia jingoist. Supporters of the Radical Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. That's true, too. The Radical Party right now is just the armed forces. Where do they fall here? Yeah, we might as well just take that. Cyrus Edmondson and Alfred Ashton were spotted in discussion about the coming election. Preachers the next day were extolling virtues of the Conservative Party. Damn, I would like to not give them 5 years of added political strength to clergymen. Problem is 30% more momentum might hand them the election. Although there's only 85 days left. We're going to take a gamble here. We'll give them a lot of momentum here. But I don't know if they're going to be able to make up the deficit in this amount of time. Following government hearings into the activities of the communist regime in Germany, newspapers across Australia have reported sensational stories about all adult women in Germany being nationalized as common property. Yeah, we'll take that. More loyalists, why not, why not? Alright, So we need about 35 more light industries. We need tons. Oh, tools. Oh, tools was the one I was thinking of. Yes, we can go to machine tools. Let's do that. Oh, damn. I forgot. I forgot it uses rubber. And I don't think we have any. Clergy bed. Ooh, I know, right? Not in this Australia. Okay. Yeah, Kate really wants you to attack Germany. I know. I mean, whenever like a large power becomes communist, the whole world just kind of turns on you. It's funny when you're the one playing as the large power and you go communist. The whole world always just kind of like Eye of Sauron points at you. Pathan people are having a hard time getting employed in Western Australia due to the prejudices of some Australian employers. Yeah, we won't take a standard of living hit. You know, we still have infrastructure problems here. I kind of neglected that. Oh, not by much, though. Oh, okay. We just need to make this more profitable. There we go. Law stalled. Come on now. Because it would be unprofitable. All right, we also had a problem here, though. Hey, Mr. Lonely. Hello, hello. One day for multiculturalism. Unpause, please. Sorry, on the edge of the seat there for it. Yeah, we got that stall. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we just need to make it more profitable. That should fix it up. Following a violent struggle for power over Australia, the intelligentsia have ended up on the losing side of history. Redvers Enfield has attempted to flee the country to escape retaliation. I'll take that one. Oops. How are we doing on those ships? All right, so we still got quite a few to go. There can't be any system that can't be bought, guys. The world requires permanent banker affirmative action. Isn't that the truth, unfortunately? Isn't that the truth? That's the world we live in. Parties, particularly the Conservative Party, are struggling to raise enough funds for all their campaigning needs this election. I love that guy in the background. Oh, ha ha ha. I would love to see tapes of like the recording session for like all the noises in the background. Or like that medical one where someone's screaming in the background. I'd love to hear that or see the recording session of that. With the attitudes of the petite bourgeoisie towards Great Britain growing more apathetic, their leadership has begun to discuss reassessing the group's support for the Australian-British Union. Yeah, that's great. Why are you still in there? Get out of that. Any Qing runs on live soon? Although, well, Qing is kind of a large country for what I usually play. Though, definitely not until there's going to be that Great Qing DLC. So when that comes out, we're definitely going to play something there. I guess we'll see what that DLC is when it comes out. But with the DLC looming so well, I shouldn't say so close, but a DLC announced, we'll definitely wait until that DLC comes out. Those who seek to think boldly and freely are increasingly finding Australia to be one of the safest places to explore their ideas. Though I wouldn't say no to a video series on it. Yeah, let's take university throughput. Let's take a look at that journal entry it just gave us. People of all races and creeds will be welcome in our free and open society. Oh, yeah. So if we can get multiculturalism here, this will pass. Game gonna put you in a loop of gaining some progress, stalling, and gaining progress again, I bet. Yeah, sometimes it does that, right? Sometimes you take, like, a decade to pass a law. Which I think is actually I love the law passing system in the game. I do think it is very, I guess, like, accurate to real life, I would say, as much as you can in a game. I have 450 hours on this game, and I still can't handle it in mid-game. Ah, yeah. I hear you. It's tough. It depends on the country you play, too, but because some of them are harder than others. But, yeah, the problem is I feel like there's kind of like 3 sections to the game. Oh, lot of stuff happening. That switch to the mid-game is like... The beginning game is largely about disempowering the landowners, if that's what you want to do. And that switch to the mid-game is like... All of your construction materials kind of change because you start getting into steel frame buildings. So yeah, it's just a matter of like... I guess I'll say, for me, I think the thing that that helped me get to the mid game and be able to handle it way back when is just not being afraid of debt and like going into debt and just trying to recover from it. I think for me, in all things in this game, when I first started playing, I think my biggest problem was I was so afraid of this red bar. And so I think sometimes you just have to, you know, embrace the debt and learn to love the bomb. So, who do we have helping us with this? Of all people, the armed forces and the industrialists. Oh yeah, because the trade unions aren't in there. All right. An unstable government. But this will give us the best chance to finish off multiculturalism here. Yeah, right? Because I said armed forces too? Yeah. So we'll do this. Hey, we got our first female prime minister. Clementina Lee. Or I'm sorry, Prime Minister Clementina Lee. That's right. So she's adding to multiculturalism here. So now we're up to 41% success. Perfect timing on that. Better yet, contribute to those noises. I love the guy who goes, yeah, I know I am in CK3 noise when you're having a feast. Yeah, CK3 has some great ones too. I think I'm just going to mimic the noises from now on. Just randomly big. Oh. Yeah, I was talking about Qing people start to go radical faster. Oh, then I can afford jobs for them. Oh, yeah, Qing specifically to increase their soul. So I'd having laissez-faire and a couple thousand for build and 500 million in investment pool. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Qing is just like a whole beast in and of itself in this game. Because you have so many people. So many people. And it's just so funny because it truly is a game where it's you're a spoilage of riches. You have so many resources. You have so much you can build. and so many people to employ. It's hard to get there without going into debt. I don't have any advice for Qing. I don't have as much experience in Great Qing, to be honest. I've started doing some offline runs of it because I want to do a full run of it before the DLC comes out. That it is a tough one. That is a tough one to crack. All right, let's see if their power block got any better. If they added anything to it. No. All right, well, they're really going to get pissed with us. Oh, we aren't a great power anymore, though. All right. You know, we need to be keeping up with military stuff as well. Maori National Awakening. Good thing we're about to get multiculturalism, or hopefully. But the death sounds like when you execute someone or they have an accident from CK2 was very disturbing. Oh, really? I never played CK2. Ah, yes, there we go. Excellent. So now let's go to laissez-faire. Now I'd like to get... Oh, now we're at a contested government like this. Well, I'm fine with that. And then we'll negotiate. New Colossus completed. Australia has become renowned around the world as a place that welcomes immigrants without discriminating. Ooh, 100 prestige, though. Yeah, we'll take that prestige. Oh, they're not amenable. Forget you guys. Do we need you in the government then? Yeah, we'll keep you in. Finally, welcome to the modern world, Australia. That's right. Although I bet if we went around the world here right now, we'd be one of few countries who actually have laissez-faire going. Now, why does South Australia have such a construction inefficiency? Still so much turmoil. Still. What turmoil? I guess it's, yeah, just the obstinance. Maybe? You know, let's double check our institutions as well. I think I found a half-consistent strat to cripple Prussia as Austria. Side with Britain in some other war. Ally Russia. Declare for humiliation. Liberate Westphalia, Pomeria. Oh, and conquer Posen for Krakow. This will cut off Prussia from the sea and should be easily winnable if you have Russia on your side. Only problem is British intervention. Yeah, I mean, that would do it. Westphalia, Pomerania, and then take Posen, or to liberate those places. Yeah, which one? I know where it is on the map, but I know generally, yeah, Pomerania. I had a run one time where these guys, I forget if someone liberated them for me, they liberated themselves, but I temporarily lost them. It hurt quite a bit. So yeah, if you can take those, that would do it. Communist movement? What the what? They don't like... Oh, they don't like laissez-faire. They want state atheism. Well, they don't have a lot of troops. Factory councils. You know, I've never yet gotten the factory council's law, because you can't pass this law. It only comes with a revolution. So they are manageable right now. I guess we'll see what happens from here. Maybe we go state atheism this run to appease the communists. Why not, right? And your build queue looks a bit empty. Yeah. We're probably gonna add more paper here. There's paper currently. It's a little elevated. You know, okay, what we really need to do, actually what we really need to do right now is add more construction. I need to get my hands on some I need to get my hands on some rubber. Oh god. Well thanks man, can't wait for it. Can you mimic crowd scream at the Red Scare event? Yeah, that's another one. That is another one that's really funny. God, I can't think of how it goes now though. But yeah, always. It's kind of like a soccer chant. I think, I feel like someone said one time, the devs had said they got a sound from like a soccer chant for that crowd noise. Maybe I'm wrong about it, I don't know. So we're building more ships. Yeah, still, it's not enough, though, to get company to build more of those munitions. I've seen Prussia drop to minor power and then go to negative 100 bureaucracy for some reason due to that. Yeah, I've had one or two games like that, too, where Prussia just really kind of fails and becomes like a minor power, yeah, a major power like that. It's always weird to see. France does that quite a bit too now, where we were talking about Occitania breaking away. Even if Occitania doesn't break away, there's been many times now where I've seen France drop to major power. Opportunistic members of the Anglican Church have defected to the trade union's cause. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so you can use some more paper. Let's add some more. We'll add 5 more of that. How's the food industries, actually? Can use more of that. So right now we're just trying to complete this promise that we made. And then clothing we can use more. Furniture's kind of okay. Build 5 more there, and then we'll see where we're at. A doctor in Western Australia has been caught aiding wounded dissidents and revolutionaries. His aid isn't just helping his patients, but it's emboldening the entire rebel movement. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so this academics one. How many academics do we have in Western Australia? 4.4K. 20% of that, or we definitely have many more in the entire country. At 36K. So we'll take 20% in Western Australia. Oh, damn, you know... There's rubber here. What's our colonization law? Damn it, yeah, frontier. United Netherlands is a bit more powerful than us. Krakow's still independent. The Polish dream still lives at this age. Yeah, right, does it? Where is it? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, they're a subject of Russia, but I guess so not of Austria. They still exist. There's still hope. Oh, what's going on here? The Austrian Communist Revolt. Uh-oh. Yeah, and 76% maximum activism is pretty safe. Yeah, well, they're at 93 right now. But this will start decaying. This 50% will start decaying once we pass laissez-faire. So if we can get through laissez-faire at a quick enough pace, we should be okay. What's crazy about Qing is how it's a Han ethno-state day one. You basically have a global scale, a nation state that doesn't have to care about migration at all. Yeah, kinda. Isn't it? That's what's crazy about it. You actually don't want any migration. You just can't afford any more people. In retrospect, you know, I should have done that in our Japan run. I should have closed the borders. Because I had too many people by the end of it. State atheism does not seem to affect migration, so it should be okay to get. Yeah. Yeah, if it'll appease the communist, because I don't think we're going to go communist in this run. I mean, I guess maybe I don't mind if we did, but that'll just create a whole bunch of revolutions and stuff. But we can appease them, it seems like, if we go state atheism, so we might do that. And how often do you have a reason to go state atheism in the game? With arrested communists beginning to stream into Australian prisons, figures within the government have suggested deporting the non-citizens among them to Germany aboard a chartered cargo ship. I mean, I could use loyalists here, but just on principle, I'm going on this one. I can't do it. I can't click it. A group of local representatives in the Assembly of Victoria have been threatened with expulsion from the body due to their association with the Social Democratic Party. Their defenders have denounced the measure as inimical to democracy. Wait. Which one do we want here? Yeah, the squatocracy. Oh, I forgot about the squatocracy. They're marginalized. Yeah, we'll take this one. 93 is a bit sweaty. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you only have 13 battalions, so it's not so bad. The only way this will really go up at this point is radicals. So as long as we can keep a lid on the number of radical increases we're getting. You know, our standard of living has dropped a little bit. I think probably because we're getting a lot of people coming in. Yeah, we're starting to get unemployed as well. We need to start making better jobs for people. Let's add more construction. Now that I have a good strat, should I post it in like 2 days after trying everything out beforehand, because I don't want to interfere with your video idea too much? Oh yeah, no, go for it. I say go for it. Post it, post it. I actually, my Italian unification one, God, I feel like I want to re-record it because I have a different strategy I want to test now. The Risorgimento, I haven't done Risorgimento since, there's an update that they did with it in last year's DLCs. Because it's been a long time since I've done an Italian unification. And it's a little bit different now, and I want to take advantage of this new aspect of Risorgimento, so I feel like I want to re-record the whole thing. So go for it, post it, post it. State atheism for the memes, yeah. Like being a copy of Imperium of Man from WH-40K and Stellaris. Oh man. See, I need to get further into Stellaris. More reason to stream it. I think I might do a Stellaris stream. I kind of forgot about that. Maybe do that on some Thursdays. Maybe I'll do that on Thursdays until the new Crusader Kings DLCs come out. Lost stalled. Damn. Communist movement in the hands of the state plus 10% progress or plus 10% activism would be bad. Yeah, yeah. You definitely don't want to add to the activism. Rather take the revolution progress. I guess unless the revolution progress is too high. Yeah, I know, right? Way too many games. Not enough days of the week. I know, for real. That's my plight. That's the cross I bear at the present moment. The Anglican Church claim to have suffered under our amoral government for far too long, and now have nailed a list of demands to the door of the government office. What are they at here? Negative 20? Yeah, so we can get plus 5 approval from them. And they don't have a lot of strength. I forgot I got a Luddite. Do we have somebody here for them? No. $8 months. We're definitely not finishing everything in 8 months, so we're going to announce a delay on this before I forget about it. All right, let's finish out construction in New South Wales. Next, we want to build here because we got a lot of peasants, but we're getting plus or negative 25% state construction efficiency. So we can start cutting into that because, like, what are we getting here? Yeah, plus 15.4%. That would be great to get over here in Western Australia. So let's start with 3. Oops. The backlash against the policies of the German communists has led to mounting pressure on the progressive leaders of the trade unions to explicitly denounce the government of Germany. For the humanitarian cause. Oh. Yeah, they can lose 30% political strength. They're very powerful at the moment. Safe revolution progress seems to be at most 80%. Yeah, Because as far as I've seen, there's no event that will give you more than +10 to progress. Yeah, and one rare that gives you +15. Yeah, that's why if you can keep them below 90, you're kind of safe from events. Like right now, once we get to 91, then we're kind of in difficult territory. Hey, Reverse Hamcuts, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Damn, it's gonna suffer a revolution by those damned Reds. Where's the America spirit? Yeah, I think we can handle them. We got this. I think the +15% revolution progress is avoidable too, so below 90 might be okay. Yeah. Yeah, if we can get them just a little bit lower. Do we actually... Oh yeah, what am I doing? Should be doing that. Okay. Let's get some bureaucracy. Because who doesn't love bureaucracy? No, I want to build it here. Not on the North Island. So that should be enough, and then what we'll do is we'll raise the Home Affairs institution. I mean, that's going to take some time. We might be able to keep this... I should have started doing this long ago, to be honest with you. I didn't think of it. But raising the Home Affairs institution, right now we're at -6% political movement activism. We can get it all the way up to -12. And if we go 1, we get an additional 3. So that'll bring it down. So... Oh, we are at the 2-hour mark here, though, so we're about to get hit by ads. So let's do our thing real quick, pay homage to our gods of ads, and take a quick 90-second break so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, if the revolution happens, throw giant spiders at them. Use them as conscripts. I like the way you think, my friend. I like the way you think. Oh, hey, Swole Joel, what is up, my friend? Oh, thank you for the sub. Oh, what an entrance, my friend. What is up? Good to see you. How you doing? I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back indeed. What a welcome. Everybody, check out Swole Joel, who does some excellent streams of Paradox games, including Victoria 3 and EU5. There we go, shout out. I always type it wrong. Woot woot! Thank you, my friend. Wow, I tried to do the neo-absolutism event with Austria, forcibly stopping the movements. And right then, the Springtime of the Nations happened belatedly. Oh, I love this game. Ruh-roh. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm trying to maneuver to my advantage in this Sardinia Piedmont Italian national Italian unification stuff. Just chilling and doing EU5 offline and watching. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, of course, of course. Good to see you. Oh, doesn't lowering taxes help somewhat? You know, you do have... Oh, and you know, in general, we should be lowering taxes. Yeah, it'll lower the number of radicals. We also don't need to be doing this. We could use the prestige here. So we'll raise that. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in Western Australia, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within. While the guards are staving off attacks for now, if no relief is sent, the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. Yeah, now we... Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Now we've got some issues on our hands. If we hit this 33% chance, they're going to a revolution. Oof, we got lucky. Oh, what patch is this game on? It's 1.13.9. Yeah, 1.13.9. So that's the current one. We should be getting a dev diary about the next one fairly soon. Let's keep adding construction here. Would you live in Australia? The south is milder, the north has beaches. I don't know what you like. And of course, you have a giant spider as a pet. Yeah. I mean, I really want to see Sydney. I would love to see Australia. I would love to go see Australia. Australia and New Zealand. I will be honest with you. I'm kind of afraid of the flight. 18 hours just seems like an outrageous amount of time to be on an airplane. Which is, I'm pretty sure that's what it is from New York. 18 hours. Now, I know there's obviously a connecting flight in the middle of that, but... I am kind of afraid of that flight. But I would love to see it someday. I would love to see Sydney and Melbourne. And then at some point, God, I mean, I know this is like the tourist thing now, but I would love to do one of those Lord of the Rings tours in New Zealand. You know? I would just love it. Yeah, the Opera House, exactly. Exactly. Is that in this game? I don't know the time period of when that was created. Yeah, like there's no special building. And there's no journal event for it. Oh! We could do the skyscraper thing. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, but not right now, actually. I forgot. We're trying to get... We need 91 here, so we're going to need more. Let's just build more here. Yep, legislative failures. Damn. I feel like multiculturalism went better than laissez-faire here. Yeah, actually I say that. I guess that's because the most powerful interest group are the trade unions. Luckily, though, we did multiculturalism first. It made them neutral instead of angry. I would love to visit New Zealand just to see Hobbiton. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, just to see that live in person. And honestly, the rest of the country, too. Pictures of the whole country look beautiful. But again, 18 hours on an airplane. Oh my god. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I'm not afraid of flying or anything. I don't mind flying. But, you know, like I've flown across the United States before, and that's a flight. That's like my max. 'Cause I think it's the same number of hours to fly New York to LA as it is like New York to London. And that's a long flight. I can't imagine doing 18 hours like that. Troops in Queensland have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon if nothing is ordered. There's only 2 ways to control the situation. Either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. I'll tell you who I'm in awe of. Oh, good. Industrial. Finally, we got... I thought we were going to get more of this. They pushed for laissez-faire. So one of... Oh, hold on, hold on. Oh, we got another one of these things. Oh, this will just be the 5%. All right. Nativists within the ranks of the rural folk have issued statements declaring North German people in Australia to be communist infiltrators. This rhetoric has already led to crimes against North German people. Yeah, we'll take this. One of my daughter's friends at school, for context, my daughter is 8, so she's still a kid. One of her friends at school, her mom is Australian, and so her mom's side of the family is still there. And so we're friends with those parents. They have 2 kids. And man, they would, sometimes in the summer, they would fly to Australia so that the family could go, so that they could visit family. Flying to Australia, an 18-hour flight with young kids. I am in awe of them. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. Like, my wife's family is from Birmingham, Alabama, so sometimes we fly there. And that's like a 2.5-hour flight. And that flight, I'm like, oh god, we got young kids on this 2.5-hour flight. I can't imagine having to do that to Australia. I understand it's kind of uncomfortable, but if you ever go watch a series you like, yeah, you look like you like The Big Bang Theory. I understand why you would guess that. It's funny though. I really dislike sitcoms, like just sitcoms in general. And so, no, my mom loves The Big Bang Theory. Every time I go visit her, her DVR is just filled with it, and she watches it all the time. And I'm just like, oh god, Mom, not this show. Like Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, like all of those sitcoms. I've never been into them. I mean, when I was a kid, I liked sitcoms, you know, so like, You know, all of those ones back in the day, like in the 90s, I watched and I liked. But as an adult, I'm just like, anything anything that's on network TV, I never really trust. And sitcoms specifically, I'm like, ugh. With revolutionary sentiment boiling over across the nation, Prime Minister Clementina Lee's advisors in the armed forces have recommended a package of reforms to appease the revolutionaries. Whoa. Oh. I was like, change progress of negative 25%. I've never seen that before. Now I remember. Yeah, this is the event where we just straight up go Council Republic. Oh boy, guys. Okay. We're at that point. We're either going Council Republic or we're going to war. Ruh-roh. Oh, Opera House is post World War II. Okay, there you go. There you go. That would make sense then. It'd take me at best 25 to 30 hours to get there from Sweden. Oof. Oh my god, even worse. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do those Australian players in European football leagues do that? That is crazy. My wife is from Uganda. Oh wait, hello, new Joe. Hello. Welcome in. My wife is from Uganda, and we took our daughter when she was 1 year old. 24 hours of travel with 3 flights and 2 layovers was brutal. Oh my god. I am in awe of you, new Joe. That is epic parenting right there. And you've survived to tell the tale. You're here. Kudos to you for doing that. Oh my god. Well done. That's tough. That is tough. We flew at least 7 times from Finland to Australia. Oh wait. Hello, Ponvoid. Hello. Welcome in. We flew at least 7 times from Finland to Australia in the 90s with 3 children. Couldn't do it anymore. Every time, 1 day stop in Singapore. Wow. That's some ironclad parenting right there. Oof. Kudos to you. That's tough. That's tough. 2 Wolfie votes for revolution. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be doing revolution here. Let's do it. Hopefully no one joins in. Let's wait for it to happen. Rough. We're waiting for our kids to get a little older for the next time we attempt it. I can understand why. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, at least when they're older, you can turn to them and be like, would you shut up? Oh man. Thanks. Still have to get her younger sister there someday. Oh god, that's tough. Yeah, football players get paid at least. Yeah, right? They can afford first class. I forget now, that's how they do it. All right, let's see what our Australian communist flag would look like. All right, so they don't have a lot of battalions. I suppose Germany would lead to their side, but nobody's really going to come here. So what do we have in terms of mobilization options? Oof, we got tons of sugar. We got tons of wine. We can do sugar and wine. Ooh, this is tough. We have an input goods shortage of that. We still need to do this. So let's start building it up, my friends. I literally just started this game this week and I'm overwhelmed. Such a complex game. I know. Yeah, it's like that, right? Like when you first open the game, I still remember when I first opened this game, I was just like, what the what? That's why it took me like a year to really learn the game because I kept putting it down. I'd play it for periods, I'd put it down. And then finally one day I was like, that's it, I'm going to figure out how to play this game. But it does, yeah, it's like that sometimes. Bruh, I come back to a choice between communism and communist uprising. I know, right? Everything was going so well, and then suddenly, reforms at gunpoint. Let's see. Defense in elevated terrain. Don't mind that too much. Psychological affliction. Diplomat. Brave. We have a radical, a moderate, market liberal. So I think we'll take Daniel Pilkington. Even though this is the defensive army, we'll keep him on offensive. Keep you on offensive as well. Oh, I forgot. This was going to be an all-conscript army. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to transfer... I don't want to call conscripts up for this. We'll transfer 10 over here. We'll mobilize them both. Send you over here. Send you over there. Alright, and we'll continue. So every time I speak to parents, they all unanimously say, I love my kids, but having kids sucks big time. So what is it? The answer, Chapa, is it's both. It's both. It's so funny. I was just joking about this with a friend of mine because he sent his kids to like this sleepaway camp for 2 weeks. I was like, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, I know, right? But like there was one time I had to do this business trip to San Francisco for a week. So I was away for a week. At the beginning of the week when I left, I was like, oh man, a week away from the kids. This is going to be amazing. And by the end of the week on the flight home, I was like, oh, I miss my kids. I want to see them. So that's why parents are nuts, because you're simultaneously just wanting to be left alone. And the moment you're left alone, you miss the little stinks. That's why you go crazy. Internationalist sentiment within the trade unions has generated suggestions to reach out to workers in the Australian communist revolt. I don't really care what my relations with them are. Oh yeah, and the trade unions, they're pissed anyway. They've revolted, so we'll take that. Cooperative ownership would have been a really nice boost to migration, and also a slightly interesting journal entry. Yeah, I suppose. I guess I just kind of automatically went against it. We could have just embraced it, right? But we would have had a problem with the reactionary movement. Labor movement, I think, is fine. I think it really would have just been the reactionary movement. We could switch sides. Although they're gonna lose. Love the kids, love seeing them grow, but man, is it a lot of work. Rewarding work, but not easy work. Yes. Yep. Yep. That it is. That it is. A never-ending one. It's like on Saturday, my wife had to work all weekend, so it was just me and the kids. So I took them to the public pool. I took them to like this merry-go-round. I took them to the pool. Got them ice cream afterwards. But afterwards, my daughter was just in the shittiest mood. Because the pool was closing in 15 minutes. They had announced pool was closing in 30 minutes. I let them stay another 15. And because we didn't stay the full time until they kicked us out of the pool, I was the worst person in the world. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I just dedicated my whole day to you. I could have been recording my Sardinia Piedmont run, but instead I'm at this pool with you. Oh, man. I mean, half of it, I think, is just that she was tired from swimming all day. Reforms at actual gunpoint. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we're at here. Yeah, I guess I wonder what the reactionary movement's reaction would have been if we went Council Republic. The communists' revolt is pretty weak. Though, you know, like I was saying, I haven't done a full-on communist run in a little bit. Would have been interesting to switch over to that, maybe. But we'll see here. I mean, from the sound of how it's going for Germany, we had a lot of people in the world pissed at us. You get mountain experts. How do they come by that experience? Yeah. Australia ain't got many mountain ranges. I know. It's when they all did their semester abroad in college, in military school. Ah, we got another company to deal with. Very nice. Let's figure out what we're going to do there. Also, don't forget to block their coastline. Oh, you did it for... Yeah, did it for the RP. Oh. We're a little outnumbered over here. Alright, you know what we'll do? Switch to defensive here. And just grind them down a little bit. When these guys are done, they'll kind of circle around that way. Yeah, that's right. We can also block them. Let's take a look. Which state ended up being their market capital or their... Do they not have access? Oh. They don't have... Oh, because I bet I never built... I never built a trade center in any of these states. So I don't even have to blockade them. They can't access the world market. You'll appreciate this. My wife visited home a few months ago. It was supposed to be a 3-week trip. Me at home with a 3- and a 1-year-old. Oof. Godspeed. My mom helped when I was working. Ebola outbreak was announced, so she was stuck out of the country for 3 additional weeks. 6 weeks plus, just me and the kids. Oh, man. Oh, God. That's when you look in the mirror and you're just like, whatever guiding force in the world there is hates me. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like when COVID broke out. My son was born right at the height of COVID. He was born in April 2020. And April 2020, New York City was the global epicenter of the pandemic. And that was the month my son was born. My mother-in-law, my wife's mom had come to stay with us to help with when the baby was born. She did the same thing with my daughter. But of course, when she came here, she was then stuck. She couldn't go back home. So she ended up being here for like a couple months. Oh, we can increase now. Oh wait, I forgot. We have yeah, they'll go bankrupt within a year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, huge appreciation for the single parents out there. Oh my God. I don't know how they do it. That is another group of people I am in awe of. How you can do that. Oof. That is tough. But people do it. People do it. Good on them. Oh wait, I'm only looking at available. Let's see attainable. You know, how far away from combustion engine are we? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for combustion engine, and let's get ourselves a car company. Yeah, we don't have anybody doing motors right now. So let's build motor industry. So we'll do that. We'll get our company. Oh, I was like, wait, we had more than previously. Yeah, because we lost some here. So I'll wait until this revolt is done. I think merchant marines, yeah, because even though I didn't build trade centers out here, yeah, they've taken some of our ports. Not a lot, though. Let's build some ports. Electrical capacitors. Oh my god, this whole time, you know, I've been neglecting power plants. Start here. Actually, to be honest with you, we could probably start with like... Well, I won't do a ton. We gotta finish building this stuff. And I do... These munitions plants. Cars are crazily profitable in this game. I know, right? Once you can go for them, it is absolutely worth it. Yeah, we damn well better get laissez-faire now. Just got to the study phase. You're stockpiling a lot of gold. Why? Isn't it going into debt is good? I wasn't here, didn't catch up. Oh, yeah. Because I want to start building the construction sectors in Western Australia. We have a lot of peasants here, and the Australian desert is giving us negative 25% state construction efficiency. So if we build construction sectors here, we can combat that construction inefficiency. So I'm kind of just waiting until this war ends because I want to build them here. I suppose I could still just put a couple elsewhere, right? I mean, I think yeah, we have the same problem here. So let's put a couple here. Our companies can start building stuff up. Oh, we do need glass. Let's, So we can build those. That will add to this. And this music makes this revolution so insincere. It's funny. I know. This music is from the perspective of the Australian Communist Revolt. Oh, Jabba! I got stood up this weekend, by the way. That sucks. I guess dating as an adult is hard. I'm sorry, my friend. Did you ever get any message afterward? Like, sorry, blah, blah, blah? I'm sorry, that sucks. Yeah, I've had that happen before, and it's never good. But you know what? In a certain way, You dodged a bullet there. Because the type of person that would stand somebody up is just like a shitty person. I would never actually stand somebody up, you know, like... So the fact that this person would do that, you dodge a bullet because it sounds like they were probably going to end up being quite a jerk anyway. But it still sucks. She sent me a text like I'm leaving in 5. So I go to the meetup spot. Oh. See, she sounds even worse. And she texted way later. Sorry, I can't make it. You dodged a bullet. I'll explain a different time. Okay. Sorry, my friend. Something came in between, you can explain right away, especially if you're about to leave. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like if you know you have plans, if you know you're supposed to be meeting up with somebody, like, it's an easy text. It's a text. We live in a day and age where there's just an overabundance of communication. There's no reason to not communicate that. All right. Goodbye, communist revolts. Ah, yes. Here we go. We're about to complete this. Yeah, some people aren't very respectful of other people's time. Totally. Like, that's just not right. I never understand people that treat others shitty. It's like, you clearly wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. Where they have 0% supply. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, yeah, I missed their DeWolfie. 35k, unable to hold back 9k units. They bankrupt already. Yeah, no, I think Mu Lambda Theta has that. I think they had 0 supply. The fact that they weren't connected to the world market, and the fact that I've pretty much built everything in New South Wales, I don't think they had any military goods here. Yeah, like they didn't have a single small arms factory, so I think they had input good shortages everywhere. We can get the petite bourgeoisie on board here, but they're going to ask for a lot. Despite ungentlemanly comments, raised voices, and the shaking of fists, the petite bourgeoisie have admitted to several compromises that would change their perception of laissez-faire. Minus 30% bureaucracy. Can we afford that? No. Can't. Alright. Do we want censorship? Or is it okay if we get it? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. We get that negative 10%. The text spread. Yeah, I'm just gonna say no to that one. Like, hey, sorry, my car won't start or some... Yeah. Sorry, work just called, I have to dial in. Yeah, no worries, no worries. If there's something happen, I can't come. Yeah, that's just no excuse. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, good. Industrialists push for laissez-faire. It's just, there's never an excuse to treat people like shit. Alright. So we have the glassworks going. Okay, so I want to secure a supply of rubber. So let's take a look at the world market here and see who is the leading exporter of it. How much can these guys afford to export? Yeah, they're pretty much at their capacity. Interesting. Now we have rubber on our doorstep here. The United Netherlands has quite a foothold there. See, I'm worried that there's not enough rubber on the market to cover it. Because I would like to at least use the next production method in the tooling industry. We're going to go for a colonization law next. They tried to throw a revolt with sticks and stones against repeating rifles. I think that, well, I think one of the new mechanics in the game, I think a revolution or a revolt starts with a small stockpile. I can't remember if that's for specific ones or just in general. So they might have had a couple guns, but not a lot. So they still would have had major input good shortages. Fighting with imaginary weapons, hoping the enemy agrees to an honorable fist fight. They didn't. Yeah. Right. That would be the Australian way to have a revolt, though, right? Let's settle this with a fist fight. Yeah, there's no reason to not message and update. Yeah, unless some emergency happened where they lost access to their phone. Then that explanation should be included in the follow-up. Yeah, definitely. Or let's say, God forbid, you had like something wild happen to you and you couldn't communicate that day. The next day should be like the most apologizing message ever. It doesn't sound like there was that either. All right, let's build up there. Ask how it went for the Danes against the Prussians when they were still using muzzle loaders against repeaters. Oh my god. I didn't. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that aspect. Imaginary. Like the outcome of their ideology. Yeah, it didn't quite work, huh? Didn't quite work out. All right. We still have massive shortages of logging. Let's go to the electric saw here. That'll make this start hiring up. The additional ones will switch here. Yeah, we're gonna need 226. How much does one produce? Oof, we're gonna need a lot more there. Oh, did we get that extra motors industry done? Yeah, we did. So, you know, it's interesting. The car company though doesn't come with a prestige good, but you know, whatever. So let's go with the Combined Australian Motors Company. Let's take a look at the company. Arnulf Hitzen, an industrialist feminist. Nothing there. Nothing there for an executive. Yeah, we don't need to give them a steel mill. We will give them a monopoly on the automobiles industry. Actually, hold on. Oh, we're using all of our charters already. All right, let's hold off on that. We'll get some tech that'll give us what we need. I want to build more tooling here, because we're building construction here. And then our companies should build the rest that we need there. Denmark versus Prussia and Austria in the 1860s was so decisive. Even my German history book pointed out they essentially got steamrolled. Oh, man. Yeah, I can imagine muzzle loaders against repeaters. Yeah, I guess that is such an interesting aspect of this time period. If you think about what the military is at game start versus the end of the game in just 100 years. And I say just 100 years since, like, thinking about something like EU5, where it makes a lot of sense things are so different. You're going 500 years. But man, the changeover here is drastic. There's a Danish-produced historical drama about the Second Schleswig War called 1864. Oh, interesting. I'll look up some videos about it. Man, laissez-faire. We're having a harder time with laissez-faire than multiculturalism. You know, that's the second time I said that, and the second time as I say it, I realize it's because the trade unions are pissed about it. As well as a couple movements. In honor of the year 1900, declare war on the entire world. Oh yeah, look at that. We're in 1900 now. Woot woot. We're in the end game. I wonder what happened here. Denmark did win against Prussia in the late 1840s because the other threat, or the other great powers, threaten Prussia with war if they continue. Wow. Wow. I see you're not in crippling debt. Clearly that needs to be corrected. Yeah, it does. Yeah, look at this. We just need, like... I'm tempted to just fill this out. Like, I'm doing a horrible job of keeping up. There we go. Raise up standard of living quite a lot. Newspapers sympathetic to the interests of the Anglican Church have printed numerous stories about the revolutionary desires of communists in Australia. The articles paint lurid pictures of strikes and planned terrorism. Take that one. The growth of branch lines along the main rail routes has been immensely valuable to the growth of our burgeoning rail industry. We'll take the throughput bonus to the motors industry because hopefully that will spur the our new motors company to build a little bit more. Oh, this company's kind of stalled. And we don't have a general here. Republican, moderate, market liberal. Yeah, I guess we'll take this guy. Gathorne Cromwell. Oh, we can get like, okay, we get 2,300 there. Let's take a look at our trade center. Where do we need the most trade advantage? I really want to get We have a prestige steel that we are not getting out into the world. So who needs steel in this world? The Russians and the British. What do we have going on here with these guys? Nothing. Oops. All right. What do the British actually think of us right now? Yeah, they hate us. Okay. Wonder why. So let's double check if Russia moved their market access point anywhere. They did not. So now let's send these guys to go project power. We'll do this so we can also include Germany in there. Oh, and let's make sure we're now building supply ships, because now we're actually going to need them. Yeah, I've neglected trade quite a bit. So we'll send that out there. Ah, time for me to become a town in Australia. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. This is the state that we zoom into the most, so... Dubbo, Broken Hill, or... the logging town, Armadale. I'll let you take your pick. Just 24. Do you want to take over Dubbo, Broken Hill, or Armadale? So just 24 claim the name a town thing on Twitch here, so Broken Hill sounds good. It's broken anyway. Just 24. All right, let's see it. So wait, that was the mining town. So there's Newcastle. Where's the mines? No, that's the other state. There's Armadale. There's Dubbo. There's the other one. Yeah, I don't think there's any towns out there. I can't find it. I have to stay at this level of zoom in order to oh, there it is. Just 24. There you go, my friend. There's your town. Congratulations. Let me mark it as claimed. I love that. I love that you utilize that. I sometimes forget I have it up there. Oops. Come on, come on. Get out of my way there. A stream of wealthy South German immigrants fleeing the communist regime in Germany have sought shelter in Australia, bringing with them tales of revolutionary terror and unbridled proletarian excess. So we get a character. Ooh. We'll take this one. We'll still get migration attraction. Not as much, but... Minatorian traditionalist. Oh boy. Alright, alright. I missed a couple things here. Spam ships. The water tax needs to be paid by other countries. Yeah. God created only one island nation with the most diverse animals. It's clear which country he intends to rule the world for kangaroos. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so actually that was the plan. So we're building a bunch of ships to go into... They took one of the ships. So this is supposed to go... Oh no, what am I doing? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, here we go. So all those ships are supposed to go in here. At some point. Ah, Zeppelins. Oh yeah, we still have to do the skyscraper. Let's do that now. What was I looking at? Oh yeah. The Naval Administration. I think we only have one of them here, yeah. So, we have about 7 more assignments. So we're going to create another fleet now to go somewhere else in the world. Right. What does this guy have? Supply efficiency, okay. Take this guy. Oh, you know, we do need to do a fleet of troop ships at some point. But I want to send this one out somewhere, so... What did we end up doing here? 20 and 5. We'll do 25, because it looks like the ratio here is a little bit under. 25 and 5. There we go. There's also a little move that follows a squad of Danish soldiers during the German invasion of World War II. I gotta say, that and many other Euro movies school Hollywood flicks in action. Really? Oh, cool. I gotta scroll up. What was the name of that movie again? 1864. Okay. So we needed more communists. Ah, man. Okay, we just went into an illegitimate government. Wait. Oh, wait. No, we didn't. Why did, Oh, the law enactment stopped for a second. All right. In the light of the devastation suffered by states like Queensland, the Conservative Party has campaigned on uniting Australia in this trying time behind traditional values. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. Why not? Oh, hey, new Joe. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Very, very cool of you. Welcome, welcome to the group of followers. I don't know where I was going with that. Always nice to have a fellow dad on stream. The Lee airship has been selected as the very special venue for an upper-class ball. Ah, law progressed to voting. Okay, finally. The most distinct members of the nation have expressed their opinions on this grandiose machine. So we could get army offense, approval of the industrialists, trade capacity. I'll take the trade capacity. The Social Democratic Party is receiving election campaign support from the anarchist trade unions in the French Wait, France has gone anarchist? Whoa! We might go anarchist. What is happening in Europe? Oh, wow. And here I thought the world would gang up on me for if I went communist, we might get ganged up on for not going communist. Also, we need more supply ships. Yeah, we need more shipyards. So is he like into minotaurs? Oh no, I was behind on chat. I missed what that was in reference to. Oh wait, was that the Minotaurian traditionalist? Oh my god. 10 points to Machiavelli. Ooh. The Anglican Church is very amenable here. Let's do it. The Anglican Church poured only their best vintage and smoked only their finest tobacco during a polite discussion with government representatives about laissez-faire. I don't want poor laws. Raise the standard of living to 17 over within years. Okay. Let's do it. What do we got? 7.5 years. How are you paying for all these fleets? I suppose cheap building materials? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we have a decent budget going, but we do have the materials. Like, if we take a look at... Oh, good. They pushed for it. So we have a company producing a lot of the goods. We have a company producing steel, giving us refined steel. We have a company producing this. We now have a company producing that. I believe coal as well, right? Yep. Oh, actually, no, we don't. Yeah, we do have one for iron. A company producing this and that. So our companies are kind of helping us out a lot with those. I don't remember the name of the World War II movie, though. Oh, okay. Yeah. The high price of wood has become a prominent talking point in the Liberal Party. Election campaign... Oh, in the... Let's take that again. The high prices on wood have become a prominent talking point in the Liberal Party election campaign, arguing that their free trade policies would drive down the price. Yeah, I'll give them momentum. Where are we with this election? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Another cut joins the ham. Yeah, that's right. The group of followers known as the Ham Bones. That's right. Another cut joins the ham. The Ham Bones, that is. Turning down the 30 free offense. Yeah, because I don't have any plans to be going to war, especially if we're going to go laissez-faire here. What I really want to do is to just start deficit spending like all hell, and so I'd rather not become engaged in any wars over that. We need more glass. Yeah, let's just do... And one of those companies is doing lead, so we're good there. Oh, Brittany is communist too? Oh, and we have an Indian uprising going. Ah, okay, I went right over the break here. Hopefully we didn't get caught by ads. We did not. Oh, ads are starting in like 25 seconds. Yeah, there we go. I caught it in time. So we do have to take a quick 90-second break before the ads hit us. So we're going to take 90 seconds and then we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back, and we're back. Let's see. Europe is happening in Europe. Nothing to see. There you go. Europe is just doing its Europe thing. It's weird. I come here to hang out and mostly talk about anything but the game, even though we are gaming. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, it's fine. I think that's cool. We're all here to game and talk life, right? I very rarely talk games while in streams. Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's a mixture of the two. Especially with grand strategy games like this, where there are periods of time where you're kind of waiting for something to finish, a build queue, a battle, something like that, right? So I think it makes sense. Society is a fun tech tree. Yeah, you can build so many different IG hierarchies. I know, right? Actually, speaking of which, where are we on our tech? Ah, it's a good thing you said that. Let's take a look at... All right, let's do that now that we're sending ships out into the world. So I want to keep up. Are we getting military aviation on tech spread? We are. All right. That's what I'll do there for now. What do we want to move to next? Actually, I think it's the production line here. We can get started on telephones and radios. Oh, you know... Yeah, let's get on that. Let's get on that. We need to move through the production tech tree. Negative bureaucracy. Gotta step up. Gotta step up to be the deep state authoritarian big brother you were intended to be. I know, right? We will reclaim the throne at some point here. You know what's funny is I never ended up increasing the Home Affairs institution there. Despite not enjoying full rights under Australian law, some wealthier Maghrebi people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. All right, we can afford to take the hit there. At some point in time, I got to build those munitions plants. I could increase the military, try to force the company to do it. I keep forgetting we have this communist Australian army. Send you into the National Guard there. It's kind of weird, isn't it? We're just a bunch of dudes and dudettes hanging out. I know, right? So that's what's great about it. Oh, hey, Waka Hussein. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing fine. I am doing good. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. How is your day going? Or your evening or your night? Look at us and Western Australia. Thought it was going to take much longer than that. Oof, plus 20.7% state construction efficiency. Pretty much eliminating the state construction inefficiency here. We do still have the big infrastructure hit, although we're kind of okay on infrastructure right now. You know, let's take a look at all of our peasants and stuff. Yeah, we've got a lot. We've got a lot. And we have laissez-faire. All right, first things first, we need to start colonizing. So we're going to move to colonial exploitation. We might have to go to war with the United Netherlands. I want this. I want the rubber that's there. Let's see. Oh, we had a new head of the trade unions here. Prime Minister Millicent Lambie. I think that was a different person, right? We get extra authority, but negative 25% infamy decay. We're gonna need, though, some troop transports. Alright, let's get them... Let's withdraw from this. Let's, can't believe I never built any of these. So how many do we have here? We have 10. We're building 10 more. So we're gonna build that up. Who's helping us with this? Just the industrialists. Who ended up winning the election? The Social Democratic Party. It's interesting that the armed forces aren't helping us with this. Can we keep the petite bourgeoisie in the government? Yeah, we can. And then we'll be at 80. So let's negotiate with the petite bourgeoisie. The petite bourgeoisie have agreed to meet at a local market to surreptitiously discuss changing their stance on colonial exploitation. That's right, we can't negotiate with the armed forces because this... No, not that. This was our negotiation with them. Damn, they keep wanting censorship. I don't want to give it. "10 years of negative 30% bureaucracy is too much." Alright, I guess we can go to censorship. I don't like it too much. We can always try to get off of it. And now, let's take this. This will help us a little bit here. And also, from time to time, use these games to play in overthrowing governments. Ever wonder why you never see the king of UN and Ham in the same room? Exactly. You're on to me. You're on to me. All right. Let's build some more there. Vicky 3 definitely got the just one more turn thing going, like in Civ. That is so true, right? That is so true. Because I'm always like, all right, if I just finish this page of construction here, I'll just play until I'm done with that. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll just play until this law enactment is done. It's true. There's a lot of, like, just one more turn. Yeah, streams have always felt nostalgic to me, like hanging out with friends, playing and watching each other play games. Yeah, I agree. I didn't really get into watching streams for a long time because I was always like, do I really want to watch somebody play a game? But then when I started, it made me remember, like, yeah, back in the day when you would go over your friend's house, you'd watch him play a game. I remember when Resident Evil 2 was out. My best friend's stepbrother was really into it, and he was really good at it. And so the two of us would just sit and watch his stepbrother play it. It was like watching a movie, and it was great. And so that's when I realized, like, oh, this is actually a lot of fun. I'm starting to prefer production more than society, though. Politics is just build better. Well, the production one I think is always kind of the biggest one, just because it unlocks so many more things you can do in your country. I mean, I guess society does too, but being able to like produce more things, make number go up, as they say, you know. Once on the fence with the issue, the Anglican Church's view on colonial exploitation changed overnight. Alfred Ashton names Iowan Kanachi as the architect of the hidden deal. I guess I'll take that. You know, I'm sitting here trying. Well, actually, yeah, if we can get colonial exploitation and we can get a colony started here, I can move some troops over here and position ourselves to be ready for an invasion of the rest of the island. Any plans to raise soul to increase migration? You've already passed. You've already passed the best soul for birth rate. Yeah, I mean, well, for one, we have this promise. To be honest with you, like GDP, I like to just get as high as I can get it. Now, the problem is, what I really need to get to a point where, yeah, like I need to just start using a lot more of these, because these create better jobs. Oh, actually, you know, I need to go through some production methods here. I'm falling behind. But we're at the point where it's like we need to stop having laborers. So we're going to get a lot of unemployment. But the idea is, now that we're on laissez-faire, we're building a lot more stuff. Oh, damn, no, I did not want to do that. I don't want to... Oh, no, I want to go to sewing machines. I don't want to go to the electric ones yet. So we'll do this for now. The interest in photographic arts throughout Australia has spawned many new artistic movements experimenting with the technology. 6K progress to film. So yeah, like we can get the migration attraction. Our problem right now, though, isn't people. We're not running out of people. Though I suppose we're going to have a big influx of buildings being built. But we're going to take the tech spread on film. I'm good, Alhamdulillah. Thanks. Yes, good. Good to hear, my friend. Welcome back, as always. Last I played Australia, pre-changes, though. It's kind of amazing how fast they snowball once it gets rolling. Yeah, see, it took us most of the run to finish colonizing the island. Though, as you can see, we're at a point now where I have more money than I can spend. So sometimes, so something fun at work, my colleague still wants me, couple me with her daughter, but her daughter came by the office. Now another colleague was like, that sounds like more, but she doesn't like him at all, really. So now I'm the son-in-law scapegoat. I've never met this daughter. She, the colleague. Oh my god. Be like, I just wanna work. I'm just here to work. Leave me alone, people. Oh, the trade unions. The trade unions are pissed. What could we pass next that will appease them? Oh, they like mass conscription. We can go to mass conscription, actually. It's funny they have this here. As far as I know, you can't enact factory councils. But actually also old age pension. I think it's time for old age pension. So we'll do that next. The Voice of Sydney, a popular newspaper read by the trade unions class across Australia, has published an article by Ioan Kanachi advocating for the inaction of colonial exploitation. Oh, we can get 2. We'll take the 2 approval. Oh, if we could just get another one like that, we can get off of this work to rule. Productions like an engineer's vision of society. Welfare, make clothes and food better. Dangerous job, build machines that get rid of pointless jobs. Yeah, exactly. More money than you can spend equal max welfare. This is true. Or more construction. A particularly bloody armed robbery in New South Wales has led to the arrests and convictions of 2 Eastern German men known to be anarchists. The evidence against the men is tenuous, and the judge has been accused of both radical and ideological prejudice. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever gotten this facing the chair. No, we're not doing that. We're absolutely not doing that. The scandal. Yeah, so many scandals in Australia at present time, huh? Don't also just having open jobs attract some migration? Yeah. Yeah, like when you look at the calculation of migration attraction. Oh, well, now this went negative. Let's look at Western Australia. Yeah, from like available employment. So there's a lot of open work here. So having open jobs does, yeah. Along with unused arable land so that people can get subsistence work. You know, we could start thinking about creating our own power block. And honestly, the good old classic trade league is probably what would be best for us. A lengthy speech by Ioan Kanachi took a wild turn after consuming a tainted drink. With his incapacitation, the government has lost one of its most effective advocates for colonial exploitation. Yeah, we'll take that one. I go on a 2.5-hour bike ride and you are still alive. My day is blessed. I didn't realize you left for a 2.5-hour bike ride. Whoa. Yeah, we only have a few minutes left, but yeah. We did some work today. You know, we started today's episode right where we had left off right after the Independence War ended, so we certainly got the economy going. We got one more oh, you know, damn, I keep forgetting power plants, and we can really get some motors built in our country because of it. Let's get 5 going. Actually, we need like 10 in every state. South Australia, we need about 10. Oh, we still need to incorporate a place. Build 5 there. I'll add 2 more here. Yeah, that's right. I didn't end up incorporating this because of the Maori. So let's start. And we'll throw some stuff here right at the top. 10 bureaucracy. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, no. Yeah, we want to do that. Okay. The recent expansion of the power plants in New South Wales has inspired faith in a future where all of Australia is electrified. Yeah, the coal-fired plant. Yeah, I want to get to this electric railways. Oh, damn. I think we just wasted some of the text spread, though. Ah. What do we have going here for electricity? We still need to build more. All right, so we're not quite ready for the electric railway yet. Man, I was reading about how they displayed expired pirates back then to scare off would-be pirates. So brutal. Damn. Yeah, is that like, you know, where they would like hang them up at the entrance of the town or something like that? I do think I know something about that. So we're certainly spending down the investment pool here. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I need to be a little more mindful here. Our budget is okay. The investment pools isn't, though. Should get a bike so I properly tire my dog. Ah, he's a bit stingy at times. Yeah, I have a bike. It's broken, though. I need to go get it fixed, and I've been slacking on that. Damn communists changed the PMs of the government admin. Oh, that's what it was. I was wondering what happened there. You're right. That's what happened. They changed the production methods. Yeah, it's just glass and tools. All right, you know what we're going to do? Before we start doing the whole power plant thing, I really need to get a handle on glass and tools, because we're going to... I mean, we have an amazing... We have an overabundance of investment pool right now. If we're not careful, that can go away very quickly. And I don't have a company building glass and tools. So when we get through more of this build queue, we're gonna add more glass and tools. Ion Kanachi has embarked upon a week-long tour of the countryside to spread awareness of the need for colonial exploitation amongst the rural folk. So we can get a 10% enactment chance to approval to the rural folk. That's not so bad. Yeah, so we'll take that. Bengali students sometimes use their native language in Australian schools. Some have called for teachers to penalize the use of these languages, forcing children to speak the official language of Australia. Yeah, we can afford to lose a little bit of happiness from the petite bourgeoisie there. Yeah, in a gibbet, which is a cage to hold up the dead standing. Oh, so they could never rest in peace. On display, dipped in tar. Oh, God. It's tough to be a pirate. Damn, you know, I realized we didn't save once this entire session. Yikes. Oh, and I got to address this. Oh, yikes. Yeah. So what are they at here? Yeah, they have no organization. So yeah, we gotta do that. But unfortunately, we are at our stopping point for the for this session. We did do some good work today. The economy is up and running. We got 2 new companies going. So we just gotta get them to prosperity here. But yeah, that'll be it for right now. But stream ends. My day is no longer blessed. Oh no. Well, actually, you lead me into my other point. So I will be continuing this tonight, as I usually do. So we have the next session of this run this evening. So that'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is my time. So that's in 6.5 hours from now. Anybody else's time. But yeah, good stuff for right now. Had a revolution, just turn of the century stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see ya, Java. See ya. You know, we're in 1902. We have tonight's session, and then Thursday night, we're also doing more of this. Is it possible we would finish the Australia run this week? That would be kind of crazy. I haven't even started thinking about the next country yet. Do not say it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but that'll be it. But you know what? We are going to do a raid here. Yes. My friend Melisomnia is doing some Victoria 3. She does some great Vicky 3 runs. Very chill, fun stream to watch. Yeah, thank you, DeWolfie. Same to you. I'll see you next time. The Bulgaria run was finishing for weeks. Oh, I see what you say. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I always say that about every run. I'm always like, I think we're finishing the run today. And then there's like 3 more episodes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I hope it doesn't finish this week. I'm not really ready for a new stream. I think the problem was, if you remember episode 1, we finished episode 1 in like 1850. Because I was on speed 4 for a little bit. That's why I mentally, like, I'm not in the mindset that this run is in the final third. So it's kind of crazy in that sense. But alas, we will see. All right, so we're gonna do a raid here on Twitch. So if you're on YouTube, this will be well, I'll see you later, hopefully. Oh, yeah, so in about 6.5 hours, we'll start the next one. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. Otherwise, thank you for watching, everybody. And as always, have a good rest of your day and be awesome. I'll see you next time.